Ты бест. Да. Must need women and regret. Так, сегодня остался последний день. Собственно, тогда, вот, все предсказано. Активируем. I'm going down, everything around, everything I'm gonna make it, you are watching behind, not my way. You know you are. I'm gonna make it, you are watching me, not my way. One more time.
It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Так, да, вот так вот. Мне, кстати, там вообще слышно, не? Здравствуйте, вопрос. Мне, кстати, там вообще слышно, не? Да, меня слышно. Нормально. Так.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. The wind rises.
I'm gonna make it. You are watching me. You are my way. One more. Yeah. I'm gonna everything around, everything in my way. Чё у меня все так подлагивает? Вот чё оно подлагивает сейчас? Вот и ты. Вот и ты. Пожалуйста, только не упади. Прошу тебя. Пожалуйста. Любовь моя, прошу, не умирай. Да. Что-то хрень какая-то. Так. Так. Как-то оно работает, я не знаю. Хрень какая-то, короче. О. Так. О, почти. Письмо. О май гад, боевой пропуск. Так. Что у меня тут вообще открыто? И второй вопрос, нахрен оно открыто? Так, ну-ка. Вот, все, понял. И это мы закроем нахрен. Так, а теперь можно бежать дальше. Так. Ай. Понял. Понял. Так, где у нас там жарко?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Ino on the way back. Their work is...
You seem rather cheerful.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young...
We meet again. How have you been?
Чего? А откуда они тут?
That would be a natural assumption to make.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me they were Servarka's colleagues, it all made sense.
Не, серьезно, откуда они здесь?
And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already...
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Ну да, ты, естественно, его не видишь.
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
Да-да-да, ему надо постонать.
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance.
It's nice to meet you again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who the...
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey...
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. From now
Ладно.
as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves.
You're absolutely right, Miss Rama. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relations.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea. Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Блин, я только тут понял, они же реально вот они втроем сделаны в одной стилистике. Очень странно. ну, это не совсем, но все-таки они уже более цельно смотрятся вместе. Из них из всех выбивается только этот, да, и то не совсем на самом деле, потому что у нее здесь отдельные запчасти очень похожи на его. И вот эти вот две. Это уже начинает быть прикольно. Типа у них и какое-то распределение по моде.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing.
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up momentarily.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
Да.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see.
Мгм. Интересно. Неужели там будет толпа наконец-то? И почему он с этой дыры так там вещал странно? Даже не показался. О, здорово. Не, они реально решили сходку всех персонажей устроить.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague.
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well,
Начались заставочки.
or sort of friends.
Ну, наконец-то они начали
When someone else
да,
tells you to do
делать.
you know you're speaking to someone important.
Да, делать анимированные диалоги.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's get.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human
Но
conversation.
скорее это ирония.
Decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium.
М,
Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter.
м,
You have
Какие-то у вас очень странные диалоги начинаются. Они как будто бы должны были на заднем плане идти.
I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Laumo will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather and feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Ну чё, здорово, Данька.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah. For starters, why'd you just show...
If you think back to our previous interactions, you
You do have a point there. Oh yeah, you'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Wanna...
Sure. Let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle it. And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but good to know. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
Очень осмысленный диалог. Точно не куча воды. Встретились три одиночества.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Да, надо делать наконец-то рамку для наушников.
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. I know how to paint them.
I dabble occasionally.
Excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. I'll paint it for you.
Буквально, если я пытаюсь с кем-то заговорить и начинаю обсуждать в своем тесном кругу 4 личностей, либо сам собой, а человек в это время куда-то таинственным образом пропадает.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how...
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
Да. Это все типа... Ну, ладно, вроде бы все. Где его армия, блин? Тут, ну хорошо, человек 10, может быть, поместится. Где все эти 10 человек-то? Почему мы тут только мы?
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
Погодите, сколько нас там? 2, 4, 6... Ну, 8... Ну, у нас кое-как десяток. Неужели у тебя реально там 10 человек? Даже меньше.
The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met 2 Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Eatlua.
Eatlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true...
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. Come on, why the awkward silence?
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it.
Да.
All along, haven't... Now That was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Eloa doesn't know, huh?
Чего?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters after all.
Чем они тут занимаются?
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear your secret's safe with me.
Они... Господи, они про это вот настолько прям секретно говорят.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect your oath seriously?
Of course.
Ужас.
Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough then. Nothing like a bit of mutual love to seal the bonds of friendship.
Это просто идеальный диалог.
Ah, Miss Nefer, you made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things
Их реально, кстати, больше 10 получается, да?
Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
So much for just this once.
Not so loud! We're on a roll here!
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Как мы ее троллим.
I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. Like
Понял.
concert in the background.
Они, когда исписываются, они начинают писать всякую хрень. И это самое забавное.
There's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter,
А никакой трибуны там нету? Ну, типа, чтобы он забрался на нее, был виден всем участникам. А они тут, как я не знаю, столпились просто.
Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. Over here, we have Mr. Flintz, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the wild hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And
Казалось бы. Причем тут провода?
quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
Whoa! That's a lot of people!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way. So, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more in...
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more
Интересно, что?
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
Как она скрывает его лицо, целых полскулы.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Raker of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedafenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And
strangely, now that it comes to it, the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedafenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, but then I was betrayed. Even Vedafenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
so, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Ну, фонарь можно заменить.
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
Мы нашли Сайна номер 2.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it...
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, from the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as so far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be even so. I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Ray here of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it,
Kutar.
Defeating the Ray here of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers...
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became?
Ну, кстати, первый вопрос самый правильный.
Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our...
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
Ага.
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Давит ее.
And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you...
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Я и кто?
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulder.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people said...
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsliff, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to...
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying...
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Да. Ща, вернусь. Так, я тут. Я же тут. Ну, я тут. И здесь, и я тут. Потута. Да. Ждем 10 часов. Ну, где? Давай. Че так долго? Давай уже. Тут уже быстрее будет. Да. Все, голос есть. Вернее, хрюганье. Хрю-хрю нахрен. Так, а где сиська? А, вот он ты. Мяу. 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 Сейчас я вернусь. И тут я заговорил. Я уже было подумал, что шиза. Снова металлические кусты.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarir's past, and you seem fairly familiar. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. All right, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, the reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has...
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, in the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra...
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's...
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard?
Good.
А как его спасать? Ну, ты хотя бы объясни, наверное. Ну, типа, я не знаю. Ну, просто будить там, я не знаю. Ну, вот хоть какие-то действия где опиши. А то Пайман просто будет сидеть и поднимать тревогу. Зашибись.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's at...
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter...
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history?
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes.
С таким металлическим тоном, как она говорит, расслабься, закрой глаза. Это, ну, как-то вообще, я не знаю, это звучит странно.
Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paper. According to Dainsliff, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? Can't say up.
Мы все-таки предоставлены сами себе. Ну,
A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, Dear Breakfast Shop Owner. But at this stage, I have no idea who... Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Seems like it has to be in... Aha! It's...
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. No, I'm not being paranoid. It's true. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on another street, not near my house.
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the Runforther residence has concluded. We apprehended the target. Could the voice in the recording belong to one of Rarier's... Wonder what kind of encryption... Aha!
Please, here, I saw...
There's a note...
понял.
Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all files. The Crimson Moon dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rarier worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked. Yep. Lines up
Ну, как бы тебе же это было уже известно до. Ну, то есть ты еще в прошлый свой заход все это знала.
A box containing a ring inlaid must be for his girlfriend.
Какое интересное место. Прям как Питер какой-то. Колодец и непонятный столб. Эй, пусти. Так, тут уже ничего нету, да? Ладно.
He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed. He looks even gloomier.
Ага, зеркало в этот раз не работает. Ладно. А теперь работает. Но очень странно работает.
These files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants. Neutralized. This one should be archived under... Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind.
Да. Гестапо тоже может плакать.
Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
Представляю угрозу.
Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She...
Да нисколько на самом деле. Скорее всего.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized on... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized on...
Да.
Male, 6. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant.
Блин, простите, но я уже не могу. Это уже выглядит комично. Сейчас они младенцев будут расстреливать. Почему я, кстати, не поворачиваюсь в зеркале?
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legit... Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
Да. Ну да, Гестапо тоже плачет. Да. Какие у вас тут странные, конечно, архитектурные изыски. Куча глиняных каких-то табличек, каменные ставни на огромных непонятных этих шарнирах. Кусок забора, вернее, ограждения, чтобы поезд не уехал. Вернее, вагонетка, скорее всего. Ну, как этот бампер называется.
Revier, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just... Tell me. Does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish,
No.
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you...
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course,
No.
you want to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hopes. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our...
Or rather, our king as he once was.
Pam pam pam.
Closer to his majesty than I am.
You say that as though it is to my benefit.
Ну его так скрывает, что мне кажется, что там никого нету.
A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards.
Ветка растет не вверх, не вниз, а тупо в бок.
Very well then.
Это означает, что она точно не пойдет по нужному пути.
And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Hold on. There's that same Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I better tread carefully.
Да. То есть он все-таки, он как бы предвидит, но как бы и не совсем. Сейчас он типа дает волю чувствам, по сути, да ведь?
This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the...
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me?
Simple. I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone.
Ну, кстати, реально, какая разница?
You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me.
А он тоже человек. И что? Как бы, ну, блин, я, конечно, понимаю, в чем его логика, но я не понимаю, почему он своей логикой пытается переубедить ее, у которой, ну, как бы, та же самая логика, только в другую сторону направленная. Для тебя это личное, а для нее это еще более личное. Как бы, и что ты с этим делаешь?
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart.
and he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conria will fall. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rehir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rarir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet...
Любовь ни на чем не строится. Любовь — это эмоциональное осознание гормонов. И не более того.
If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal? Vedifulnir must have known all this, and that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden forever. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose, no matter who I have to face.
Ну и случится это все исключительно по ее вине.
Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day, as if nothing ever happened?
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli. Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
Да. И тут явно ничего больше не будет, да? Да.
Surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already, and they say that we're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our... Felindis! Are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rarir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down...
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
Началась пропаганда.
No. Rarir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rarir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around, and when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand...
I won't speak in his defense. nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Что-то, по-моему, было такое интересное в виде сериальчика. И там еще был такой прекрасный джаз во время облавы на клуб с джазом.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, you seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone.
Да.
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. The prey won't sense a thing.
Что забавно, она же ногой дерется.
I'm working clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open on board, though. The king just happens to need you right now. What if someday he doesn't?
That won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he fell under the spell of that power. In the beginning, he only had you take out a handful of the victims. But now...
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Забавно, их только по 3. Да, их только по 3 появляется. Да.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, what about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. I just don't get it. After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people...
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. If you ever need a place to...
Да. О, здорово. А мы тут спойлер делаем.
Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes.
Очень сильно напоминает американские. Ну ладно. Да, хорошо. Очень сильно напоминает просто американские сериальчики про, скажем так, определенные события Второй мировой. Прям излишне напоминает. Как будто бы откуда-то списали. Вот только не помню, как назывался сериальчик.
All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later it'll be my neck on the line.
Да.
But could he really bring himself to kill me? No.
Жизнь в паранойи — самая замечательная жизнь. Да. Я так понимаю, у них сознания немножечко слились. Ясно. Вот начались вот эти вот шестиугольники, аллюзии на звездочку. Ну, буквально. Отдай курсор. Не дашь курсор. Ну, он хочет жить, и еще другие хотят жить. Будто бы это зависит от одного лишь Рейри. Да.
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have
Какой интересный шип, как будто бы я должен был с ним взаимодействовать, не знаю. Да. Ну, буквально вся сюжет. Это буквально вся сюжетка как будто бы направлена на какие-то воспоминания о последних днях Рейха. Ну вот серьезно, вот буквально один в один. Кстати, я только заметил, у него же серая униформа, буквально. Пам-пам.
Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagine. Erminsul. Finster King. How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what?
Помню, спросил у одного стримера, который помогал новичкам, какие отряды можно составить в Скаре. Он ответил: Мавуйка, Сетлали, Бент и Скара. Ну, откровенно говоря, черт его знает. Просто, по-моему, Мавуйка же, она же тоже как бы ДД. И странник ДД. Ну, черт его знает, если честно. Ну, а что здесь? Здесь же буквально заканчивается вторая. Не, вообще реально, Мавуйка же тоже ДД. Ну, то есть, зачем 2 ДД в отряде? Блин, ну ладно, у меня у самого-то. Или я чего-то не понимаю. Потому что я, блин, уже в этом Геншине, особенно в отрядах, уже просто поплыл уже давным-давно. У меня вот как сформировалась вот эта вот ботанизация, так она и сидит. И больше я особенно никуда не лезу сейчас на самом деле. Попытался со своими, ну там, грубо говоря, тоже через огонь. Но мне там немного по-другому работало. Сейчас, наверное, вот как этот выйдет, следующий баннер, я, наверное, его покручу, и там уже посмотрим. Может, реально надо будет пересобирать отряд. По крайней мере, попробую. Но сейчас я что-то, если честно, черт его знает. Не, и типа, конечно, Мавуйка у меня есть, но я ее просто воспринимаю исключительно как БД именно. То есть она пассивками особенно не накладывает ничего, насколько я понимаю. Потому что я, если честно, у меня она там какое 40-го лева, и я ее как-то выбил и сразу забросил, как обычно, на 2 недели, и дальше не продолжал ей заниматься. Вот. Но, ну, блин, может быть, конечно. Если она реально там может как САП быть. Ну, блин, опять же, перекрытие ролей. Типа у меня в сознании, опять же, странник, он еще и как для исследования мира. А Мавуйка с этим еще лучше справляется, чем странник. Как будто бы они не создают какой-то синергию в моей голове. Как киллер. Ну, да, наверное. Да, возможно. Реально, кстати, возможно. Ну, да. Да, и это тоже. Ну, тогда да. Тогда, в принципе, нормально будет. Хотя, опять же, у меня этой нету, Сетлали. Или есть, или нету. Или я уже поплыл в минах. Господи, за последний год я вообще куда-то отстал от жизни. Ну, скомороху надо, ну вот в моем понимании, еще вот, когда я его выбил, когда я еще в Льюэ еще был, он только вышел, по-моему, в первом же баннере. А у него разве был, ну ладно. Короче, как только он вышел, да, Рэри от моих слов уже эта крыша начинает ехать. А как я его выбил, у меня вот он, в моем понимании, он как будто бы вот создан для того, чтобы вокруг него просто что-то накладывалось, а он просто это рассеиванием немножечко что-то делал. И он сам по себе достаточно мощно дамажит. Вот в моем понимании. Еще вот того, какого там года, 3 года назад, как это было. Поэтому, ну вот, не знаю. Единственное, что могу сказать, действительно, если просто на тиллера, и все. Я бы тогда кого-нибудь бы еще третьего элемента поставил на самом деле. Что у нас еще накладывает, если странник бьет? Райден же проходит урон, если странник будет бить. Или не проходит? С ульты. Я бы так, на самом деле, наверное, попробовал. Ну да. Да. Сяо, да. Сяо это вообще охренеть персонаж. У меня получается. В каждом отряде.
Cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Не, я просто не помню. Я просто не помню, как там некоторые эти накладываются. Ешьте у других, у саппортов. Типа у некоторых саппортов, как допустим у Кути, странник может просто бить, и у нее тоже клинти вот эти, которые каждый какой там третий, четвертый удар, они тоже выбрасываются. А у некоторых, как у, не знаю, у Сяо, они вот как-то вот не срабатывают на страннике. Я вот не помню, у кого они срабатывают со странником, у кого нет. Вот в чем проблема. Надо это уже вспоминать, потому что я уже год этим не занимался вообще. Как-то вот мне выпали пара персонажей недавно. Я вдруг даже Барбару достал из... Я серьезно, я ее, наверное, забросил буквально на второй час игры, как она у меня появилась. И больше я к ней не прикасался. А тут я вот недавно ее даже в отряд добавил. Даже артефакты ей навесил какие-то. Там у нее были там этого трехзвездочные буквально. Не прокачанные, естественно. Да у меня у самого как бы не сильно высокий РП. А никак не показать, да? Так, где у меня бабара? Вот. Бабара. Вот это я не помню, у кого я все утащил, но я у кого-то это все утащил, по-моему. Или я просто там что-то прокачивал ей. Ну, вот это буквально вот самое то, что у меня просто появилось. О, я у нее оружие забрал. Моной я тоже не пользуюсь. У меня вместо бабары... О, как бы ни на что не намекаю, но у меня сил тупо бесконечный. Она у меня, если у меня весь отряд помирал, буквально с первого же, как только она появилась, Да и, господи, я ей как попользовался неделю, так и больше не начинал. Какой там эпос. Господи, я, по-моему, просто у нее отобрал книжку. Я же ей оружие-то навешивал, но что-то он куда-то пропало оружие. Че говоришь, эпос? А у меня не мемуары были случайно. А. Да. Короче, у нее что-то стояло, но я сейчас даже не вспомню, что. Что-то стояло у нее. Определенно точно. Так, стоять. Песня странненькая, песня странненькая, песня странненькая. Вот. Вот настолько я не играю. Да. Кто у меня там еще в отряде-то был? Барбара, кто-то еще. Она была, да? Мидзути. А, ну ладно. Я просто вот, честно, я вот не Фэй, господи, Барбара, Мидзути и еще кто-то у меня был. Вот таким вот отрядом можно решил поиграть в какой-то момент. Но очень быстро перешел обратно на Альхайтама, Синобу и Сенсю, которого надо возвысить, да? Да. Ну да ладно. Что там у меня оповещения какие-то появляются? Да. А, показалось.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that...
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will, but if you let me go, you won't...
Good point. In that case, maybe...
No, please! I just want to see the...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. Go, now.
No.
Remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifilnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear, but now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedov. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. What's his Tell me then. What will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbing me on the edge, but never answering when I need him most.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon Dynasty's descendants. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a
Но на самом деле, если бы не король, они бы вообще даже не пытались скрывать.
Daneslif's older brother keep talking in Rerir's head. This guy kept more. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a picture. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning, but it's usually pretty accurate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Rerir, are you there?
Угу. Так. Ну да ты, ну да. Ага.
Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with you.
Okay, I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the...
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Да. Допустим. Раз, два, три. Раз, два. Ну да, без разницы.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could—
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full—
Lunatic.
Да.
Dropped it here. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsliff, of course. He invited me.
Да.
Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age.
Да.
Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Eftervit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
Те странные шахматы.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertologi? Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif...
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes.
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Heroptotir. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedalfenir, perhaps not so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my... That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
Hmm? You've been planning this for a while.
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is... The extent of his majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this? You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis?
Да. Очень весело сидеть в одиночку, поэтому приходится отвечать понемногу на сообщения.
The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim. black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Revir's past? Another mystery I'll need to
Да. Угу. То есть тут можно так немного обузить, да?
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates an enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects.
Да.
This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. We are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown?
Да.
My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these.
Кстати, их же можно даже не проходить, а просто пробежать. По сути-то. Зачем их пытаться уничтожить? Ну, реально же, смысла мало. Нет, есть смысл. Хорошо. Вот так вот даже, да? Ну ладно. Ну, один останется в живых. Я ж не кровожадный какой-то.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Delindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good deed. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secrets?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens to run some errands for the king.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean our moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me.
I promise, Delindis.
Растаскиваем наш исследовательский институт.
Bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
Да. На. Так, 5, да, я этих не смогу забить, значит, мне надо будет вверх подняться, а это будет невозможно. Поэтому через зад, как обычно. Четыре. Да, да, 3. Я просто в него упрусь, но я смогу его проломить. Не смогу его проломить. Ну, короче, вот так вот как-то. Криво, косо, но все же.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this.
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatyr and Rhindaughter will disarm the security measure. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Да. Так, так. Да, как же повезло мне, что я тут де-факто бессмертный. Четыре. Так. Замечательно.
smell is abominable. Found you. Hello.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
I'm curious. What did you prophesy?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Conria will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and Dane asked for my help.
Ну, так себе темница, если честно, у него.
I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him than...
Forgive my curtness, Vedafulnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and... There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Conrian history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new... There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the pole arm?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't
we? We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafulnir.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Thalindis?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first, and I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the...
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not.
No.
You are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
That can't... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are...
My voice. In your head. So, you hear it too. The voice that steals your mind. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedafulnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd discovered some monumental secret.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever, for as long as you live, your story with Thalindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have of fighting back. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless...
I will hold...
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more...
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon,
Да.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
Ну, он про есть, пойди как-нибудь знает, как не стукнуться мизинчиком.
Monsters? Is this Rhine daughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way! The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where they are, but if they were ever going to activate, it would probably be on a night like...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true. What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run on power from the Abyss. And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the University...
Да.
Stand with me! Lightning purifies!
Rain outlines your fate.
Даже сказать на самом деле нечего. Читается уже, да, как роман полноценный. Это буквально Штирлиц уже какой-то пошел. Без шуток. Что я говорю?
Our bond is strong. I'll settle this.
Here you are.
Да.
Ring cutter. Our bond is strong. Out of my way.
Кровавые деньги убийцы правители. Уборщик кровавого долга.
Stand with me.
Rain outlines your fate.
Сейчас вернусь. Да.
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
Our bond is strong.
Squall and fury.
Архитектура у них чем-то драконовскую напоминает. Не знаю чем. Но чем-то напоминает.
Universitas Magistrorum? Why now?
Да. Грррр.
Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been I'm done for. Is anyone there? Stay back. Please stay back. Please.
Родинка на колени. На.
Reverie. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
This? No, don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
На самом деле... На самом деле...
Tell me!
На самом деле, я думаю, ей больше всех здесь повезло, потому что она могла уйти. В отличие от них всех. Невозможно, ее даже не коснулось проклятие личной жизни.
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Reverie? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
Да.
Find you. And then you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right in a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies. Phew. Time to get back.
Спасибо, что проговорили.
His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy.
Да.
Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
How are you holding up?
She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memory. However, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me get that door for you.
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the curatorium, in any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flints and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm...
Понимаю.
Oh no.
Что такое?
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss.
I'm sorry? What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor politics.
Wait. How long have I been
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago. Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner.
So you control everything?
Пайман нету, реально. Пайман вообще же... А, нет, Пайман слово сказала.
But yes, it's a
Has anything like this ever...
Only once. It was the first...
Is there any similarity between...
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can...
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy...
Meaning you're not feeling lazy?
Meaning this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand.
Boss, it's fine. Real...
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What? Real?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue just because it isn't physical.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions.
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you? Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
Понял. Молчим. Да. Молчу. Серьезно?
That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead. Time for a little
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait.
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news for you.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to get in his good books and I need a way in.
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately, Uncle Retinue says my dad's looking for me.
There's plenty of time, but I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords. Come find me when you're done.
Pile of stones. Got it.
Сейчас ей будет явно параллель с ее жизнью.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you...
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared...
Кто здесь Теркоров забыл?
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again!
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. And you...
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty, onto better things. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now, squeezed into these hovels. No one would choose this if it wasn't for the endless wars over the years. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts in return for my...
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it as a partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the best thing for us, and the fastest way...
So, do you get anything good?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm gonna lead us out of this place.
Да.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief, and now you have to face the consequences.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it was all news to them. You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of blood. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers, the desert dwellers' weapons of choice. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. I was the one who helped you and your colleagues avoid the quicksand in the desert. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Eab, and praise the gods. The well of the Eab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could and left, but not without being spotted. I fear they will retaliate. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally in the academia. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the academia's decision and prevent them from retaliating. This is an emergency. Please send help as soon as possible.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sip of water.
Да.
Officer, welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable libations.
This is the finest wine our village has to offer. I promise.
Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her...
I don't recognize her. New arrival?
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid.
So, where are you from?
Nowhere special.
What about the rest of your family?
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters, no mother or father?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no family.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Да.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to...
Oh? Please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my...
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind.
I think what you're saying is a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are.
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they put...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given...
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become successful.
Жизнь делает людей не сильными, а невротиками. Да.
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of
Тысячи,
unclaimed mail.
по-моему, здесь десяток.
Probably some letters that ended up here by mistake, too. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had to say about anything. Who was it addressed to? I don't recognize the name, but it must have been a Kasharawar This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Symptoms. Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our mind. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogenic substances. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and dance after using incense. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? The note says, "The sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided." This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar. A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with education, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students? As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your roots. You and I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go.
Не дошло.
Sage Cyrus of Spontamod. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership.
Ну, как и везде.
Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. Moving on. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it... I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is just one box. Look, I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the documents in this place. Wait, could this be it?
Осталось еще всего лишь 10 писем.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very... In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to leave your contact details. So, the Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the academia. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture in. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes up until now. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. So I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive. My actions are certain to incur their wrath. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. I wonder if you could send an academia representative to meet with me. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert, and I told you a little about my daughter, Nefer. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia?
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction, like you were the most powerful chief in the whole desert.
Так бы и было, будь все честные.
You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the world and delivered on none.
Ну, он как минимум пытался.
And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Despite your best effort. Which makes you a pathetic liar. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done.
Да. Он хотя бы попытался. Причем попытался не соврать, а что-то делать все-таки.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for...
Nefer? You packed your bags. Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with it.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it? But you said it's a rare and valuable commodity.
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it. It's fine.
But Nefer...
All right. That's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah. I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune. And it's a rare find even in... And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty.
Да. Кактус. Аркроша с ежиком. Да. Грустно, конечно.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the Eab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory.
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great archaeological interest to the Academia. I checked the map carefully on my way over here. I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation rights.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low.
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the region. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you?
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eab hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Да, вот так они все и погибнут.
Of this momentous occasion.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the EAB's military superiority.
What is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not get away with this. That well is ours. And so is the Mora.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back as soon as I have an update.
Much obliged. Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an amazing feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the EAB.
The EAB are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief, if you were the...
Kill them all, of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The EAB have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing thin. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the EAB, which makes you our natural allies. Natural allies? Weren't the EAB your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter. We are asking for excavation rights to that well, and our offer is 50 million mora.
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how.
Да. А помрёшь кто в результате? Правильно, невидимые люди, которые вон там висятся. Вон палатка, вон палатка. Вот они и помрут. А ты будешь такая довольная тем, что тоже перерезала кучу людей. Да.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different. You're nothing special. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribe's people would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog world, a chief needs to be tough to survive. But you couldn't do what had to be done. So I did it for you.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain.
Yeah, but even so.
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit down.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now, I'm as desert as they come.
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religion.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about Sethos.
What about him? Is he a big deal or
Well, he's not a small deal. Please, this is the bare bone basics. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
Да. Они даже не отошли от трупов, чтобы хоть как-то разрядить обстановку. Да. Да. Тяжело. Очень тяжело.
Totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything. I want to do the whole name dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never seen anything like it before.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Уже было сказано молчать, а вы болтаете.
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
Ну, она хотя бы... Она хотя бы извить умеет. Данька.
How repulsive.
Да уж.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I?
Действительно.
It's okay. I'm just glad no. Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple.
У меня оно появилось ровно в момент, когда вы ощутили посреди пустыни.
By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, the Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab fled. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown. where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to the relentless hostility of the desert. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple, and there he made a deal with me. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing analysis. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted to give the people of this world the power to seek the truth, but I don't believe that's the full story. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few. As you rightly point out, this is an...
If you're alluding to the abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's background. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please...
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Nodcry. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequence.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate.
Miss Lama?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak
Ну, это явно как-то связано со Стрейлом, потому что мне очень сильно напоминает один из персонажей Стрейла. Да.
Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses. We cannot know whether it truly exists.
Then back to Miss Columbina.
Потому что у одного из персонажей Стрейла очень схожая цветовая гамма, более яркая. менее блеклые. И очень сильно похожие глаза. Звездочки.
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the frost moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command.
But there's more to the power of the frost moon?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the moon gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as Nefer mentioned, holding open a spatial gate, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rahier of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rarir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rahier of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations.
So your theory is that Rarir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the wild hunt is a
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
Ну, так-то не бездна.
The power of the abyss is most.
It is a compelling explanation.
Не в том плане, как вы имеете в виду, но да.
Understanding of abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive in spite of everything. This raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation. Already, it has greatly enriched my understanding of the entity we face.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate the next...
Hey! What is it, Dainsliff? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rarir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies, and the skies are host to many more mysteries than these alone. Yet, none...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover. She's been through an awful lot today.
That's very thoughtful of you, Lama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. Nice room. Oh, I'm not coming in, though.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not look the part, but I'm technically a knight. Barging into people's private quarters isn't the kind of thing we do.
Ну ладно.
Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the five sinners. Their powers are beyond our comprehension. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before that.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case. So, how long have we got?
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is, and what a long and storied history it has. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway, after all that, she finally answered the question. 2 days, at most.
2 days? Holy moly!
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue.
Nah.
Is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way we can pull this off without his help. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but we figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so here's what we're thinking. We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know this stakes
Ну, во-первых, ты буквально босс.
I use my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take all this on?
I want to do everything within my power. The Rehir of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part...
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards danger without a... Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestions.
Да. Нет. Нет, нет, нет. Завтра. все завтра. Итак.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for complete.
Wait.
Ad Astra.
Так, еще 20 молитв. Вернее, нет, там 39. Еще десяток, да? Придет или не придет? Придет или не придет? А черт его знает, на самом деле, придет или не придет.
Too slow.
Оскверняем статую. Кстати, а почему у него тоже глаза закрыты? Блин, скульптура на самом деле сделана плохо в плане стилистики. Ну, то есть это просто человечек идет. Это не именно скульптурная какая-то живопись, так скажем. храм, типа, он такой же, живописный, так скажем. Вокруг скульптуры тоже все такое вот. Оно из кирпичиков, из камешков. А сама скульптура как будто бы, не знаю, из бетона отлита. Только за один присест. Будто бы что-то в этом неправильно есть. Вообще не детализировано. При этом она, ну не знаю, она без стилизации, но не детализирована. Сложно. Так, эти надо... А их нельзя, да? А как же 144? Несет 2 получается. Не, неправильно как-то. Все-таки без этих без бемолей очень как-то не очень. Не, что-то странное, короче. Чего там бемоли есть? У нее, по-моему, есть бемоли, да? Да. Ладно. А я сейчас еще вернусь. Через полчаса-час. Так что вот. Жди. Ты единственный человек, который меня смотрит, то бишь я. И